So you've been clean and sober for a while, and your therapist and even at your AA meetings they talk about happy, contented sobriety, but you're experiencing nothing of the sort. And you're wondering if recovery is for you because you still feel so lousy even after weeks and even months of being free from your substance of choice. The problem may be under-identified and undertreated post-traumatic stress. 32 and a half years ago, that description fit me. I was newly clean and sober with the help of AA, and I was feeling miserable, not only for the first few weeks of acute and post-acute withdrawal, but for the first 3 years of my recovery. It was then that I talked to a therapist who, for the very first time, asked me, "Steve, what happened to you?" And for the first time, I learned about how trauma can impact somebody and leave them with the symptoms of post-traumatic stress that can create anxiety, depression, intrusive thoughts, avoidant behavior tendencies that can really mess with the quality of life and leave somebody questioning whether or not there is such a thing as happy, contented sobriety for them. After learning that and getting the help that I needed, that became a passion of mine and has been a focus of my career for the past 25 years. You may have heard of post-traumatic stress disorder, a diagnosis that's been around since after World War II. About 11 or 12% of the general population meet criteria for that diagnosis, but research tells us that between 50 and 90% of people seeking addictions treatment meet criteria for that diagnosis. And yet it's been seriously under-identified and undertreated as part of addictions treatment today. If you or somebody you know suffers from a substance use disorder, you need to know that unresolved post-traumatic stress symptoms pose an ongoing threat to long-term sobriety and a better quality of life. Thankfully, at this point in the development of addictions treatment, we know that there are interventions that can become part of an array of services for any addiction treatment provider and focuses that can be part of anybody's attempts at sustainable recovery that take into account those post-traumatic stress symptoms and help somebody to manage and or resolve them so that they can have that sustainable sobriety and better quality of life. In over 20 years of working directly with individuals in recovery from addictive disorders, many happy endings, many turning of the corners where people, when they started to address the post-traumatic stress part of their recovery, were able to see significant gains in their quality of life and level of functioning.